Well, thank you for inviting me to share my passion for the Alleghany Highlands. I live in Alleghany County. Covington is my hometown, and the Alleghany Highlands is my playground. And at 71 years old, I play more than I work. And so, but I do wonder why in my retirement I have to keep such a busy schedule. But it keeps me out of trouble. Well, I had about 97 slides, but Mary said, not today. Because I'm very passionate about museums, trails, and the technology and the growth in the Alleghany Highlands. We talked about 4 industrial revolutions. The railroad was key in bringing the Industrial Revolution to the Alleghany Highlands, back before it was called that, with iron industry and timber and brick making and tanneries and all of those things that made jobs. And then the paper mill showed up, and they took us into the 2nd Industrial Revolution and into the 3rd Industrial Revolution. But we want to get to that 4th. And so we want to do that by creating the Alleghany Highlands Industrial Heritage and Technology Discovery Center.
You say that 3 times fast?
No, I cannot say that 3 times fast. But I want you to look at the logos on the exhibits that Mike Wade brought this morning for you to see, and see if you like that. We're trying to figure out a way to capitalize on our overall name, which is correct and descriptive, but we want something catchy like the Discovery Center. As I said, it's a celebration of the region's industrial heritage. We have artifacts, photographs, documents, and experiences. We've got 50 or 60 interviews with people who grew up in these industries and worked here. We want a discovery center that provides hands-on experiences and demonstrations and talks about the mechanics and the technology that is emerging into the 4th Industrial Revolution. We want it to be a location for research and experimentation. I've got several individuals. I'm a historian. I know nothing about, chemistry. Somebody said they were a civil engineer. I think that meant they were nice to people. But at any rate, Mike Wade, Gordon Speck, help me out, Steve Metzler, Roger Amos, they created those things. I mean, they didn't buy those off the shelf. They created them. And they're amazing. They're very interesting. And that's what's going to be in a hands-on discovery center. We need the place. We found an old building in Covington. I'm a preservationist. I'm a historian. I love to know where we came from so that we could understand where we're going. And so this building on Maple Avenue, which has about 4 different construction dates, but in reality has turned into one building, and through the gracious gift of one of those 2 buildings, the 2 storefronts on the left, was given to us by the Rookland Real Estate Incorporated, and we bought the other for a modest price. So we're very excited about that. So that's what it looked like. Inside, it had some challenges. The roof system had failed in a number of areas, and the resulting interior deterioration almost made it uninhabitable. We've painted it. We fixed up the outside. There's a few more things. I wanted maroon and orange. They chose gray.
Can't imagine why.
But I'm still looking for a way to put some stripes somewhere on that building. We have put the new roof on, we've repaired the masonry, we've done exterior painting, window renovations. We had to do demolition before we could begin to treat the walls and ceilings and put in HVAC, electrical, and plumbing needs. Those exhibit working groups that Mike Wade and others are leading or developing the exhibits. Howard Hammond, if you know Howard Hammond, he is the historian of Covington and Alleghany County, and he's already got a plan for the display telling about the iron industry and other local industries. So they're working on exhibit design construction. I talked about interviews. I was fortunate through the foundation to have 2 interns last summer that conducted a number of those interviews. Some we were very fortunate to get because sadly some of those individuals had passed away, and we got the information in time. I have the privilege of having 2 additional interns this summer with Paul Hanna and Kelly Rock, and there are a number of other young people sitting up there who are benefiting from being involved in this activity. And after all, John, we need these young people to come here and live and help us grow. So we've got different steering committees working. Go ahead. This is a machine that was made at the Covington machine shop. Wow. And taken out of the paper mill, which was a rebar cut. Now the Covington machine shop has not been in operation since probably, what, 1930 or so. But it used iron from the Lowmore Iron Company to make that machine.
Really?
And we have it in our center.
We have good floor loading too.
Yeah. This pulley system is a 30-ton pulley attached to a traveling train, and it was at the number 5 paper machine in Covington and lifted 15 and 20-ton rolls off the paper machine. If you see the lifted experiment outside, that clearly demonstrates how mechanical advantage helps you to move heavy objects. What's in it for you? I want people to volunteer and be a part of this. Financially, there's nothing in it for you. Unless you give me a lot of money and take a big tax write-off. But you'll get an understanding of our past. I think my 2 interns in their relationship with me in the last 2 days have found a whole lot about the Alleghany Highlands that they didn't know before. They didn't know about Vision 2025.
Yeah, well, need to get to school.
It's an engagement in our present and a contribution to the future. It's an investment in the economic revitalization of the Highlands. And it's fun. And you'll learn with others. We'll have community meeting spaces, a place for summer camps, maker space, and entrepreneurial support. What can you do? Attend one of our open houses, volunteer, join donors. We have a wall of labor that for $100 you can have a friend, a relative, yourself put on a wall of labor for people to forever know that this individual contributed to the industrial heritage of the Alleghany Highlands. Join our society, it's just $15, and spread the message about how this revitalization program is going to help the economic revitalization of our community. Help spread the message. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.